Hi, everybody. Come on in. Welcome. Tonight we have a couple of mold reveals. We're working on a snow globe. Oh, hi, in case I talked before it started. Welcome. Come on in. Tonight we have a couple of things. We're doing a few mold reveals from some of the molds that I have floating around in my room. We're doing a lava tumbler and a snow globe tumbler because last week people were mentioning that they wanted to see how to make those. And they're super easy, so it will be really nice on a Sunday night to just take a couple of minutes and work on those projects. And I think you'll really enjoy it. So here is one of the molds that I got in the mail. You'll recall from the other day. I got a whole bunch of skeletons, but I've been testing the distribution of glitter in projects. So this, I made sure that it sat for 30 minutes before I poured it into the mold to try to get some really good distribution. I have some other projects to show you that didn't quite get the same good distribution, but this looks like it's going to be fairly nice because you can see from the top that the glitter did not sink. So let me make sure you can see there. Yeah, so it's looking good, like the glitter did not sink, so I think we're in good shape. So this is one of the molds that came in the mail. Let's take that out. This is a really cool flexible silicone mold also. It's not quite like all the other ones I had. Ooh, that looks good. It's interesting because there's a lot of cut pieces in this too. And at the front and the back look the same, so letting it sit really helped out. And I would probably customize it here when I get to my Cricut. I'm not exactly sure what I would put there, but very nice. And like I said, it's a really nice mold piece. But it came with hardware to make keychains and stuff, so we'll take care of that. And I'll show you the finished keychain online. Oh, I have this item. So check this out. So I let this one sit. This was the even distribution on the top and the bottom. I let the resin sit for 30 minutes. But you know what this is? I'll pop this off. All right, see that? This is, where's my here? This is a Stanley tumbler top. So you would customize it with somebody's name or whatever you would do. And it pops right on there. It goes over their straw and it pops on the whole lid. Ah, isn't that cute? Yeah, that's super cute. That's for those of us who are losing their minds trying to make the entire snow globe glittery. Let's just make the top. But they're really nice. And you can see by the mold, they come in different shapes and stuff. So you can slide them right on that Stanley. And you can put like big bold names and things like that. I think that's a really cute item. And then I have one more thing, which is another straw charm, but I made it to match today's snow globe tumbler that we're doing. I mean, you all can help pick the colors and art, but there is this in all of the art that I'm going to let you choose from. So, and because I let this blue sit, by the way, oh, that looks so good. Doesn't that look terrific? Yay. If you've looked at my page in the past couple of days, this is the blue glitter that was all over my desk. Yeah, it's teal. So these are going to get glued together. You can see like that. And then the straw is going to go right down the center like that. It's going to go right onto a tumbler with either somebody's name or we're going to customize it with some other things. I do have one more thing to reveal, so hang on one second. Anyway, I love that. Love it. Okay, that's for tonight's project. And then, okay, these I don't think I've revealed them yet. These are full round skulls. Okay, they were part of all the skulls that I got in the mail last week from one of my friends, and it's really hard to get out. These are full round skulls. See that? This one's black with black glitter in it. But what you're supposed to do is the hardware that comes with it, it goes into the head there, and then the keychain hangs off it. So basically, this hangs on the bottom of the keychain. I have another one. Well, we started working on it. Mike was helping me get the piece in there, and it broke off in his brain. No, not Mike's brain. Hold it. Be right back. Okay, here's the white one. it looks really amazing, but I'm not, we need to get like a little drill to get those pieces, to get that piece in the top of the head there so we can hang it off a keychain. But these are nice, solid keychain baubles or whatever you want to call them. All right, so those are the reveals I wanted to show you. Well, actually, one more thing. Look, I did buttons with all the extra that was left over. I say all the extra, a little bit of the extra, because there was a lot of extra, obviously, and there was a lot of glitter. Look, the glitter's still floating around on everything I touch. Okay, so let's switch over to my desktop here, because I want to show you, well, first I'll show you what it is. I want to show you how to make a lava tumbler, but here is a lava tumbler. Let's see if you can get a really good feel for it. Look at that. It's so cool. So you see all that color floating down, dripping. Right? So this is a very thick, it's just glycerin, but instead of shaking like a glitter, instead of shaking like a glitter tumbler, it goes very slowly, very individualized lumps of the glycerin fall, and it's really, really cool. But it's so easy to make. This is a plain tumbler, a UV resin sticker. We're going to go through making it. I'm going to show you how to make it. And then just because it's so simple, I added a little fun to the top. So if you see this picture is turtles and starfish and stuff like that. And then to the top, I added shells and starfish and like a couple different color shells. So this is like really stinking cute. Like I love this style. A little different than Snowglobe, a little less messy. Certainly fewer materials if you have limited materials and you don't want to buy like a whole bunch. So let me show you that. So I'm going to switch to this so you can see my workspace, and I'm going to just explain to you the materials that I have and how it's going to work. Let me clear this off. Spent the entire day crafting today, which was lovely. All right, so here's a regular snow globe tumbler. If you haven't done this before, when you open it on the inside, here are the plugs that clog up the bottom once you've finished filling it. So make sure you don't lose those and make sure they're in your mug. I always put them in the same spot every time I make tumblers, but you'll want to take those right out of your cup when you get them, just so you don't lose them. All right, this one, we're just going to fill it with the lava. Right, so we're just going to fill that. You will take 50%, no, I'm sorry, 100% vegetable glycerin. So I got this the other day in the mail. If you saw my mail video, you watched me open this. It's all it is vegetable glycerin. The good thing is, if you give it to someone as a gift and it breaks open or anything like that, then it's not toxic or anything at all. It also won't mold, so you won't get mold in your cup or anything like that over time. So it's just has really good properties. This is 100% vegetable glycerin, and then I put 2 drops of this Wilton food color. You can use food coloring. This is just since glycerin was organic and food, I put food coloring in it, and I used a couple of drops of blue. I want to say 4 drops of blue, and then 2 drops of yellow, just to kind of get this teal color. That's literally it. This is vegetable glycerin in a container, going in the cup. All right, so that's what we're going to do now. There are some cups that have the hole to the side. There are some cups that have the hole in the center. I like the cups that have the hole in the center, but I don't always get them, and I don't even know why. Even when I reorder, sometimes the hole's in the different spot. So I like them in the center better, but if they come up on the side, you get what you get. And it doesn't. The only reason I like it better for the water ones, for the ones that have water in it, because you can get a bubble in there, and it's hard to get it out if it's not in the center. So I'm going to fill this tumbler with about 3/4 of a cup of colored vegetable glycerin. So you can see I'm just squeezing that in. See that? Oops, make sure you can see it. I know, thrilling. Just squeezing it in till it's about 1/4 of the way up the cup. And it has a lot of room for movement, and that's literally all we're going to do on the inside of this. You can add glitter to this if you're so inclined. It's still going to move really, really slow because it's the glycerin that impacts the movement, not the glitter type. So you can still drop glitter in here if you want. It's kind of thick for this. These are condiment bottles that I got. I love it for the Snowglobe tumblers. It's just that this glycerin's a little thick, so it's coming out just a hair slower than the water one, which you'll see in a second. I really like the color though, and you can pick any color. I've seen people do like a gold. They'll do yellow, make it a little gold color, fill it with gold, and then use a Winnie the Pooh sticker, and it looks like the cup has honey in it. Oh, it's so good. Like, I love that one. Okay, I want to make that one. I just haven't gotten any Winnie the Pooh stickers. And also, who am I going to give it to? I have no idea who's going to want a Winnie the Pooh tumbler. Oh, maybe I should ask you guys. If somebody wants one, I'll make it, and then I'll send it to you. I see Jen. Hi, Jen. Who else do I say? Hi, Pat, Michael, Julie. Hi. Okay. All right. So I actually filled this a little bit more than a third of the way. It looks like I filled it like half the way, which is more than I did the other one. Then you'll put your little plug in that hole. Oh my gosh. I literally drop everything when I'm doing this on camera. It's nerve-wracking. Okay. Put that plug in there. I venture to say this is probably the most important part of the project, is putting in the plug. Okay, and there you can see that is the snow globe effect, or the lava effect in this cup. It's adorable. And you can see my whole thing with the yellow looking like honey. It's great. All right, so there's the cup. And then we're going to put a UV sticker on it. Now, you can Google putting on UV stickers on projects. People will peel a little piece there, create a tent with the back of the paper and the sticker and do all this craziness to get it on there. I cannot deal with that. So I literally take the whole sticker off the back and put it on the cup. I can't deal with like strategically rolling it and getting it all on straight. I've tried to do it and it never comes out straight. So here you go. When you take a UV sticker off the background, you just want to make sure that the entire thing is peeling off the paper. If it's a lot of pieces of a picture, like I did a Phillies one the other day, there was a ton of pieces. This is all solid, so I'm not running into any problems with that. I take it right off there. I do have this handy little cup sitter or rest, so I can put my cup on there so it's slightly tilted towards me. And then I'm just going to center this and get it on there. Now you're going to rub this on all the way around. Now these stickers match the size of the cups. So it's going to fit like exact. See that? A little bit of room. Once it gets on the mug, I usually take one of these Cricut. This is why I have two of everything. One of these Cricut tools, and really rub that on there. If you you have to take off this top layer of plastic off of it now. If you start to take off the plastic and any of the sticker looks like it's going to peel up, you want to rub it back down again. Once you get it on the cup, you're going to peel off the top layer, this clear sticker part. Of course, it didn't come in one piece. Of course. And then you're going to peel this off all the way around. See that? Also, it's so satisfying. It's so nice when it comes off. And there you go. Now, I buy UV DTF stickers in bulk. You can actually design your own UV UV DTF sticker and send it to the printer, and they'll send you back like whatever it is you designed. And it takes about 1 day. So if you go to jiffy.com, you can actually send your own stickers to the printer and get, so let's say you wanted to do a family reunion party or a wedding present or a bridal shower or something like that. You can put everybody's name or whatever it is, the date and time and the bride and groom and all those things. Have them send you 30 stickers and then make a whole bunch of these and put one at everybody's place setting or whatever it is. Super easy. So had I done a custom lid, there we would have been done already, right? So I used the custom lid from the other one, and there you go, lava. That's it. That's it. That's how easy that is. Now, 2 things. This plug has to get sealed. So I use UV resin. I put a drop of UV resin on there, put it under the UV light, and it hardens that seal so that you can't pull it out, or whoever you gift it to can't pull it out, so it doesn't come out and leak all over the place. It keeps it's good. I still wouldn't put this in the dishwasher, but it will be pretty sturdy otherwise. And I have other ones, and I use them just to test them, and the seal with the UV resin seal is fine. The other thing is, if you feel like this sticker didn't adhere, this actually feels like part of the glass. If you feel like it doesn't adhere good, you can hit it with a hairdryer, and that heat will re-adhere the sticker back to the cup. So you'll have to experiment if you decide to try this. And by the way, if you're close to me, you're welcome to come here and try it. I have plenty of supplies. You can come and try it. But there are things to do if any of the materials don't feel like they're working correctly for you. So there you go. You could drop it. I'm not going to seal this one right now because I may drop some glitter in that one. And there is the the lava tumbler. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a glitter tumbler. So here's one that I had already made, right? Ooh. So that's loaded with glitter. God, am I still in? Yeah. Okay, so that's loaded. I loaded this down like big time. I love the glitter in these. I think they're just awesome. I use a combination of chunky glitter and fine glitter, which then requires a little additional step, which I'll talk about when we get to the one that we're doing. But it's terrific. So this is what we're shooting for. For this cup, again, there's the plug. It's in the cup. Put it somewhere where you know it's going to be. I heard a ding. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for sending me stars. I appreciate that. If you don't know what stars are, by the way, because you know my dear mother and my fiance always send me stars. There, when you get stars, Facebook pays you for those stars, the number of stars. So if they send 20 stars, it equates to 20 cents for engaging content. They like reward you for engaging content. So that's what they're sending me stars for. All right, so plugs are out here. You don't have to do anything to prepare the mug or the tumbler. I'm using glycerin, vegetable glycerin again, and H2O distilled water. I'm sorry. I was trying to remember what water I had in here. So I used however much glycerin I used the same amount of water. I did a 50-50 mix here. That's so I get a lot of movement. When I'm same hole, same scenario, you put a little bit in a Snowglobe tumbler. Again, the holes to the side. I put it for this one because you don't want the glitter sticking in one place in your cup. I'm going to put a little bit in here, and then I'm going to swirl it around the tube that's inside this cup. I want oil. I want that oil around this whole cup because I don't want it sticking in any one place because sometimes then it's hard to get it out and get it loosened up and things like that. So I'm going to coat the whole thing in that oil and then put a little bit more. All right, so I'm like a third of the way full. All right, this is the sticker that I picked for this one. I don't know why I'm kind of hung up on the turtles today, but you get what you get. If you have a request for any kind of topics, you let me know. I have tons of other pictures. What does it say? I like the picture idea for this cup. Oh, yeah, customizing these cups are terrific. You just have to, you can't do it on a whim. You have to plan what your artwork is going to be and then send it to that jiffy.com, and they send them. Like I said, it takes about a day and a half. So we're doing this one. I picked a couple of glitters. I got two colors from the set that I received in the mail the other day. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of this because I didn't torture myself enough by dropping this yesterday. I'm just going to keep adding more. Plus, then when it's done, it will match the charm I made for it. Now, to get the glitter in the cup, I use a little funnel. You really can just work around the hole, but, you know, whatever. Depends on your tolerance for level of mess. I make a big mess. If you see online, some people also have this sleeve that goes on this cup, and then you just dump everything into the sleeve and stab it into the hole, I guess. I don't know where to buy that. I've been looking for it, but I haven't seen it. Okay, so I'm just gonna start dropping my glitter in there, and it goes in there really easily, as you can see. Right, so see that? Slides right down. And a little bit. That's already a lot. Let's do the blue too. Ooh. I love it. I get real quiet when I work glitter. I've had my mess for the weekend. Honestly, the glitter that I spilled yesterday, it was everywhere. It was in everything. I dropped it in my box where I store all my molds. It was stuck to every mold. It's delightful. Okay. All right, so we're getting a pretty good amount of glitter in there. I'm just shaking off it from the top because now I'm gonna put a third color in there, but I'm gonna put some more glycerin in there first. Where's the hole? And you saw how much I had this full. It really doesn't take as much as I had prepared. Thank you, Michael. Look at my thanks, Michael. I feel spoiled by my family. Thank you, everybody. Okay, I'm just putting a third color in here. Sorry if I'm blocking you. Come on, doesn't it just look great? I think you could put the ugliest sticker ever on here. It would still look great. So I'm going to shake it up here. I need a little bit of space. 3 in there. Ah, so good. So good. I think that's probably enough. All right, so now I'm going to show you. I'm going to fill it the rest of the way. And as you can see, this goes much faster than when it's just glycerin by itself. I don't know. Do I want more? Oh, I can't decide. More glitter or stop now? Yeah, I see yes glitter, but I don't know if that was an answer to the question from Jennifer and Lorraine. It's probably from Lorraine and you're both together, I'm sure. Okay. All right, I'll put a little bit more. 2 more seconds. Give me a second. Purple. I can't help it. I have to. All right, so the additional step, there you have it. The additional step I'm going to add to this project that I didn't have to do for the lava is that because I have 3 different kinds of glitter in this cup, there's fine glitter, medium, and chunky, because I had picked 3 different kinds. Hold on. The fine glitter will stick together in the glycerin. So right at the very end of filling the project, sorry, I need paper towel. You have to drop a single drop, maybe 2 drops, but you have to leave a little bit of space, and you have to put a single drop of Dawn in there, Dawn dish detergent, to break it up. So let's see if you, I don't know if you can notice a difference when I put it in there, but let's see if you can. So that's without the Dawn. You can kind of see it collecting at the top. It's a little chunky, still beautiful. I'm going to put a drop, like a drop. I'm going to put a little more fluid in here though. I like it to be all the way full. You need a bubble. You need a bubble in there to keep movement. But all right, so I'm going to put a single drop of Dawn. And with that, let me get the plug in. It will break up. It will separate all the glitter. Keep it all separate. Now you can really see the distribution. I think it matters a lot. The other thing it is though, you see the bubbles up here, little tiny bubbles. That's because I just put Dawn in there. I will have to let this sit overnight without the plug so it can kind of degas and let those bubbles break up, because I want to make sure that I don't have a ton of bubbles in here when I seal it up. But that looks awesome. Look at that. Should we just admire the glitter? Okay, so, and then this is going to go on there. So we'll have those colors on that. I love this one, actually. I'm loving this. Okay, so one last thing. Because when I filled this, it overfilled a little bit. I got glycerin on the side here. It kind of dripped, and then I wiped it. You saw me do it real quick, but that just means that there's oil on here now. So I have to clean this with alcohol. Of course, I have alcohol spray from Resin float around, so I'm going to clean it all with alcohol and get rid of all of the oil, just so that when the sticker goes on there, it is completely adhered and not slimy under a glycerin. I don't know. I love this. Do I want to put turtles on it or pick something different? It's awesome. It looks like space. I don't have any space stickers. No space stickers. Okay. All right. One final step. Get this sticker on, and we all know my process is different than what you're going to see on TikTok. I'm going to take the whole thing off at once because I do not like the way they unravel them. I'm going to center it myself. And away we go. Oh my gosh, look at the art between the, oh, I can't stand it. I'm really happy with this one. All right, so drop me a comment. What do you like better, the Snowglobe tumbler or the lava tumbler? This one's going to look really great with the charm. You can see that the movement in this one is way different than what you have here. Two different, completely different experiences. Same supplies. This one just has glitter and water added. This one's just glycerin by itself and food coloring. So really, really unique, different projects for the same amount of effort. We made both in, what, 20, 25 minutes or so. We made both of them. This one I'm going to take the plug out and let it degas overnight just to make sure that there's very little air in it. This one, I'm ready to give this one away. So, and then here's the charm. I don't know. I don't like this charm now that I added so much purple to this, so I probably won't have this one match. But I do have these little things now. I got these toppers. See, what they don't tell you is when you give somebody a snow globe, they just want to shake it the whole time. So even when there's a drink in it, I've learned this because I gave them away at work. So I ended up getting these little caps so people can shake it even when they have their drinks in them. So yeah, so those are a cute little ad. So you can see that it makes a cute little topper ad. Just a little detail to the gift giving. All right. Well, that is all I had for you this evening. I want to thank you for watching and making something fun with me. If you have any questions, let me know. Private message me. Anybody wants anything that they've seen or that they like or they want me to try, also please leave that in messages. And I will see you again next Sunday with something fun and exciting. 8 o'clock. I'm going to try and make this a routine Sundays at 8. So make a plan. Meet me here. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.